Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2, and this is Matchday 20. Would you believe it? That means that anyone who's been in from the start of the very first season will be in their 46th league game tonight. They'll have played at least 2 cup matches. They may have even played over 50 games in charge of a club or 2 clubs, or in some people's cases, many clubs. But one person who's been in from the very start, with reaching the lofty heights of 11th in the table at the moment, it's over to Mr. Champ Swan. Good evening.
Good evening, Dan. Thank you very much for having me on.
Not a problem. It's been a long time in the making, and unfortunately we start early enough now for you to not be in bed.
As my son gets progressively older, my bedtime does as well. So it's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this since season 1, but when you announced that the Swemp was coming to an end, I felt it was my duty to at least make one appearance.
And then take it on next season. It's very kind of you. Superb. Yeah, and you've heard it here first. He agreed by not saying no. There we are.
It's me and Alf. Me and Alf are doing it as a duo.
Well, it's only allowed to be run by people who have managed Leddersford this season. Oh dear. We've got people on the chat already. We've got Mr. Tato Mourinho, who was here, I think, half an hour ago. And Stu. Good evening, Stu. Hope everything's going alright with you. This is going to be an interesting round of fixtures. We take a look at the fixtures, but that league table, let's Grove at the top, 3 points clear, unlikely to be overtaken today. So if we just take it down one notch, that is 2 points between 6 teams. That is crazy football.
Yeah, I'll be honest. And before I was coming on to do comms, I didn't realise how close it was at the top. I was just concentrating on avoiding 12th spot. But this is crazy. I'd had a look at a couple of the run-ins, and it's pretty nasty for a few people. Like four of the last 6 games are people in the mix with them, so it could get tasty.
Is that my team?
I think I sent you a photo earlier, Dan. I've made a lot of notes to get me through tonight, so I can keep. Once we get to each team, I'll let you into some of the insights that I've got for you. Okay.
Some superb notes, and the one thing I actually read on those notes is something I was going to bring up. So I'm not going to mention it when it comes to Aussie's dream. I'll leave that little stat for you there, but I did check it. You see, when last night I was looking through what happened, and I thought, is he? No, he's not quite the top. Down at the bottom of the table, we've got Aussie's Dream and Red West, both on 11 points. That means they're already ahead of last season's bottom place tally. So great news for them. Pelham next up on 14. It's between those 3 for the wooden spoon. I think you're safe.
Yeah, I think I am safe. I've been able to pull out a few wins every 2 or 3, so I should be okay. I was curious to ask you this, Dan. I remember last season you did a list of statistically who were the best teams from 1st to 14th.
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Have you got a rough idea of this season?
For this season, I will still have the file. I think so. I'll be able to bring out. It might have to be one of those that goes on Twitter rather than me getting it now. But I did certainly have the data, because the 2 divisions were sorted by strength of teams.
Yeah. Okay.
With one exception, that Blues were not. Hang on, was it Blues? No, it was one other team. It was that one team wanted to play up in Division 1 still. It was North Trafford was still to play in Division 1 despite being not quite as strong as some of the teams up there. So it gave a reprieve to Grove, who should have been in Division 1, and they're top of the league.
I gotcha.
Yeah, it was close. I know Gondor were not in the top half, definitely. It's kind of going to form with Fortuna outperforming themselves by quite some distance, I think.
Definitely. Yeah, when I skimming through the teams, I was surprised at how few people I recognised from that team. Yours more so than any others, though. To be fair, Dan, I have got no idea whether half those boys are good or not. Are you? I don't know whether you're a good manager or just got an amazing insight into this game.
I just very much enjoyed the 5 season Bundesliga I did with Quinton, and I was Bayern, he was Dortmund, and so I found a lot of players that I enjoyed playing, or actually didn't enjoy playing against because they were very good to play against, and then you signed them and they weren't as good. They're like totties, basically.
Yeah.
Is this Swan? It is Swan, Mr. Dimble. He is here indeed. Smuts is here as well. Good evening, Smuts. And Mr. Savage is here. Mr. Savage and I have been playing a superb Danish network save at the moment, where we're only allowed to sign players we've scouted. My scout Alf is doing a quality job. Although he didn't find players on one search at all, which was a bit of a shame. But the rest of the time he did well, and we also have a little network one with Stee as well. We've got 3 totally new teams in Scotland with not very good reputations, and we had no players in the squad and had to build it up before the season started. So they've both been fun. A quick look at the results last time out. I mean, where were the goals?
Not with Gondo for starters. Although I think a 1-1 against Flamingos was a good result for
It was
us.
a very good result.
Yeah, we seem to do that this season. We've picked up some good results against the good teams and been diabolical against the shit teams.
Yes, I mean the performance of the season for me was that one.
Jeez, I forgot about that. I thought that would just negate any attack in, but it didn't. I think how much did I lose that game?
3-0.
2-0, 3-0.
You didn't shoot.
Oh Jesus, yeah, that was a bad one. Have you seen that work at all?
Nope.
If you have the right players, no.
No, what I do know that because when you go through results of the season, basically what you kind of look back and see probably this one between Mega Horse and Dojanali. Steve's not here yet, but when he watches it back, he'll enjoy looking at this result again.
What was the formation that game that you played?
So Steve played that. And then he did change it in the second half. I think this is a game where he took about 6.5 weeks to change formation. Maybe I just went for that, which is similar but a little bit different to how I do things now. Mr. Duggan is here. Good evening, Mr. Duggan, with his coronavirus. Hope things are better today than they were yesterday. Definitely. Should we get into some games? Tato's never seen that result before. Which result? Which result was he on about? Was he on about that one? Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah, great result. So it takes us to their game, but Steve's asked for a late game tonight, so we won't go there. We'll go to you. Who's got a game? Dimble's here, and Mr. Savage is here. So let's play them first tonight. Oh no, we should do what we did. We did before. Aussie's Dream. Let's find out who's playing who, because I've forgotten the fixtures. This is where we should go. Your game is the one that should be played last, and that should be played next. We'll play me first. Aussie's Dream and Mega Horse. We'll play that first because it's 7th place in the league. There. Let's go to that one. I'm happy to get my game done first. So the team for today, you bring up your stats pages and whatnot, whatever you want to do. So the team for today, similar to last time out, is to play the no right-sided players, but with Jurgen Kohler making a bit of a run.
What's the thought process behind that, Dan?
I've got better left-sided players than right-sided players. I've not had. I mean, Villy's been the best on the right, and he's been distinctly average. Whereas Burma, as the second best one, he will perform better. His attributes are better. He's getting a bit of a run in the team now. But Bart Ho is brilliant.
That was actually that was one of my notes. 1, who is he? And 2, how is he so good?
Bart Ho, Belgian international. I think he played in 2 World Cups, maybe. Very decent player. I remember him from his days at Anderlecht, mainly.
No.
97, 98, he was probably at that squad, I think. And yeah, he did a very, very good player. Sort of the budget Zeriberto of the
Oh, okay.
Bundesliga.
Well, I like him. I like him. And another thing I noticed when I was skimming through was I think half the teams like to change their formation every week, and half don't. I'm presuming you're one that changes yours every single week, Dan.
I think I played 3 formations this season. I think
Oh, okay.
I played 3. So this one's played for just a couple of games now. Oh, that was a European game, so I just basically played whoever I needed to. Played against Sprungfeld with that formation, and now I've moved over to this one. But beside that, at the start of the season, I think I might have played slightly different. No, probably two formations mainly this season.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like tinkering. Smuts and Stu questioning the 2 wide players. It doesn't say wide players on both sides. The rule is 2 wide players. It was first played by Trumpton earlier this season as 2 players on the right hand side, no one on the left, I believe. So
Gotcha.
It is legal. It is legal. 3 at the back, 2 out wide.
I was going to ask you, Dan. Do you feel like you've gone a bit under the radar for this title challenge? I was taking a quick look. Only 2 losses in the last 21 games in all competitions.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think that the team is. I'm trying to think where we were, 5th or 6th in terms of strength in the division. So, kind of being 7th currently is it could be 2nd. It's that close. So I'm happy enough with 7th place certainly, and just enjoying it.
Yeah, definitely. And you've also not been below 7th at all season, Dan. So sign of a strong side there.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, at the end of the next 2 rounds, I will still maintain that position. Yes, I'm keeping it so for that long. Positive. Yeah, it's been a good season, and I'm happy with the squad. I don't know. Sometimes I think is it a bit boring in the right hand side, but that's why I'm playing 2 on the left. And then Aussie's Dream, who today are missed the Enzo Maresca, and you got something about Maresca, I notice.
I can't remember. Oh yeah, I do. I'll read it exactly as I wrote it. Maresca is out, which is bad news. He has the 2nd best average rating.
At
4.4 tackles per game.
7.07 with a 6.94 total average rating. Dutch come Swedish guy Sjerd Rensen is top on average rating considerably, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of players who are averaging under 7 in this team.
Well, everyone apart from the keeper.
Yeah.
As we look at the team for today, Zedder is in his place, and we've also got Jordanos up front for Steve Brooker, which is I think it's his first start. Yep, he's made 14 sub appearances in the league.
I like that. It's his time to shine.
I hope not. But yeah, we shall see. I mean, Aussie's Dream last time out got a 2-2 draw against Blues, which is a great result, to be honest. On Australia 2, including a penalty late on, coming from 2-0 down. And the last time we played against each other, it was 5-1 with no one injured, which was good news. Smutsy forgot to change the arrows. Well, alright, do you want to change the arrows? If you can do it within 30 seconds, then yeah, if you want to change the arrows, I'm happy to let you change the arrows. Go for, oh, he says never mind. There we are. Okay. He probably will get back to me before the game kicks off, to be honest, and say he'll do it. So we shall hold. Your prediction?
Well, I don't know. I think Smuts was on a 7-game losing streak before this one, and a 2-2 against the Blues isn't too bad. So I'm going for a 2-1 to Mega Horse.
2-1. Well, the kits are far too close. Very, very close. Let's go. So the strong wind that the weather is bringing on for today, Juskowiak's been caught offside early on. 8-2 says Smuts, and Brown is injured after just 8 minutes. Bartolucci is a centre back. I'm assuming he's coming on, but I'm not going to make any rash predictions. There's nobody
I, I,
else.
d- I don't know who any of those subs are, so I won't comment.
Anthony Betterton, I had him as my backup goalkeeper at Middlesbrough in CM 97-98. He's a backup that didn't play very often at all because Schwarzer was so good. But I did have him. He's one of the players who starts off as a schoolboy then. So, Bartolucci coming on and arrows off. There we are. Just 8 minutes in. And then it goes quiet. And nobody's doing anything. This is a nice quiet first half. Yeah. Oh, and the ball comes forward. Oh, brought forward by Aussie Dream and the Mega Horse. Took the ball. I think the players are struggling to find each other. It's like with Ashvili missing the target. And again missing the target. Their chances keep coming. Marcelinho puts it over the bar. And still chances. Renson making a save. It's all down at one end at the moment, but no goals coming in. Burma with a chance to score, but it's going to go to half time at 0-0. It is, and that result is looking decent for Aussie's Dream.
Sweet Renson doing the job again.
Yet
4 shots,
again.
only 1 on target though. Looking at.
So
Do you? I was going to say that. Do you take much from the match stats, heading percentages, tackling? Do you make changes off the back of that?
I tend to enjoy looking at the stats.
Yeah.
What's happening with the throw-ins? Winning the throw-ins, no, you're losing the throw-ins. Sorry, must say. No, not winning the things. Mgamani is down on a potential thigh injury and 83%. Kaka is on a 5, just to let him know those. And for Mega Horse, it's been a dull first half. It's going to be said it's a dull first half. So we'll see how they get on. I'm going to make my changes at 63 minutes. That's what I've gone for, 63. Smuts, is he going to go for the typical 69-minute subs, do you reckon?
I would imagine so. I would think less of him if he didn't. Definitely.
Yeah. Are you someone who will make changes based on those stats either, or?
Nah, I'm happy to leave it run unless someone is limping. To be honest, is there much in the game engine that says that, once someone's below a certain percentage, you should take them off?
No, I just kind of think that surely within, and this is all, mentally done by me. It's not looking at the game engine. That if a player is lower on energy, then they're not going to be as good performing. There must be some sort of payoff below. I don't know. I always think below 80% is going to be an issue. And if they're at 82 by half time, the chances are they're going to decline further and further. So I'd kind of look at that. And I just like to protect people. Think they could get injured and be out for a while. Slots hasn't said what is. He's asking you what the best minute for subs are.
89.
89. 89. Let's just see if I need to be on. What's it for, Quinton? There we are. He's unavailable for thingamajiggies. I'm just going to go for 69 minutes for Smuts because otherwise we'll be forever on this one match. So Juskoviak, Quinton pointed out as well, for no completed passes in the first half. 89 minutes. He goes for 89 minute subs. Okay, there we go. So 63 for Mega Horse and 89 for for these. Well, at the moment it's not been the best game in terms of chances for anybody. Lots and lots of misses. Ho with a chance. It's not going so well. Will there be a goal in this match? Who knows? Bart Hugger and Moses with chances. The subs are on their way, and it's a corner. Right, that's the best we've got. Is Kohler injured? Nope.
Savage makes a good point in the comments. Would it be in the game, the condition, if it made no difference?
Very valid indeed. Juskoviak is being replaced by Preetz, and do I make the change of anybody else? I will move Echendu to move into that role where Egan Kohler was. other than that, where should I keep him on? No, I'll put Villy on for a Chendu.
Yes.
There we are. Nope. Undo. Not Villy. Alberts for a Chendu. And that leaves Eigenrauk to play that role. There we are. Lovely. Lots of messing about. Will there be a goal? Very, 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 very dull.
You'll have to be quick to get 89, Dan.
I will do my best. Oh, a yellow card coming in for Kostajc. And still no goals. Still an extremely dull game. This is going to kill off the Mega Horse title charge, isn't it, at this rate? Subs at 89. There we are. I mean, would you at this point?
I've kind of committed him to
one change.
You may as well just chuck everyone forward. There's nothing to lose now, other than the game.
Let's see. Anything happening? What we got? Betterton for Yardnos, so bringing on a goalkeeper. Okay, there we are. Done. And what a dull match that was. Well, incredible. What I would like to do is not look at the match stats in any detail. That was horrendous. 5-1 last time, 0-0 this time. Great performance from Renson in terms of keeping the game going. And let's move on to game 2. I think Dimble's just asked for his game to be on next, so I'm happy for that. We'll play Sprungfelt versus Pelham. I'm sure he did ask before, didn't he, on the chat? If he could go on next up. Me second, please. There we are. Yeah. So, what a dull game. Well done, Smuts, with that result. So, Pelham, where am I on? Am I on all the thingies? They've gone for some changes, some in force. Dean Gordon is on. He's out, sorry, for this one. He's been replaced by Campbell, and there's been a couple of other changes. Zhang has come back into the side for today. Warner's moved into defensive mid.
Yeah, I think Dimble's in a similar position to me. He hasn't got a very good side, but he doesn't tend to go on massive losing streaks, so he must be doing something right. Yeah. I think it's the same formation he played last time out as well.
It is, yeah. Just personnel change for today. Last time round they lost just 1-0 to Grove, so that was good. Last time they played Sprungfelt, it was a 2-1 defeat with Carbone and Nedved scoring and Jamie Forrester temporarily bringing it level.
Yeah, to be fair, that's two decent results against Grove and Sprungfield there. I feel for Dimble because I said similar. I think me and Gondo and Pelham have been 10th, 11th, 12th for the entire season, so it's hard to keep the boys motivated. But Dimble does like to change things up, and I hope he gets at least a draw tonight.
And now there's a 7-point gap between your teams, isn't it? At the moment, that's pretty big. I'm sure it's 7, isn't it? So Dean Gordon is not available, of course, today. Sprungfelt making changes and themselves going for some kind of, is that a swan?
God, I think he has done that. Wow, that's impressive. If you've done that on purpose, Savage, that's beautiful.
And if you haven't, then just say yes. What do you have on Sprungfelt for us?
Do you know, I keep forgetting. I should have memorized what I'd done, so I'm just gonna have a little read. So, yeah, do you know what? I was looking at the last few games, and you have to double check for me, Dan. Is it 3 unbeaten now for Savage? And I think
if you include the cup, it's 4, but 3 league games without conceding.
We'll include the cup, definitely. That's 4. That's impressive. And a 0-0 against a strong Mega Horse team.
2 0-0s in a row. Well, out of 3 for Mega Horse is not much fun, is it?
What's Mike's run-in look like?
Oh,
got many of
good point. The run-in. So we've got Pelham, Fortuna, Gondor, Divisionale, Boston Badgers. Look at those last 3 games.
Oof. Tough last three there. This is going to go down to the wire. I love
Ooh.
it.
From second place, they still play 4 of the teams in the top 7 in these
Mm.
last ones here. Savage, can you do me a fun formation for next game? The old 3-2 attacking mids and 5 up front. uh, so what have we got here? Pink and black, lovely colours. Any prediction for today?
I'm going for a 1-0 to Sprungfeld. I'd like to see at least a point for Dimble, but I think Savage's boys will be slightly too strong.
And let's see what they are like. Send me a theme or I'll send you shapes. Don't send pictures. Don't send pictures of what Smuts is requesting. Oh well, so far this game has had more chances than the last one. And there's a goal. Look at that. We have a goal tonight. That's brilliant. We've got Nedved scoring. He's made it 2-2 against Pelham this season. I'm sure he scored last time the two teams met. Savage saying Swan FC for today. Zhang taking the yellow card. Nedved putting one wide, and he's gone. He's gone for 2 yellows in quick succession. So yeah.
Poof. What would you do here, Dan?
Well, what I would do, I'd just put Vance Warner into a back 3 and leave it as it is there. Just bring him back, leave 2 defensive mids. We shall see what Dimble does. He's tactical master himself. Better at tactics than I am. I'm not very good, but he's still better than I am.
Is there? Only from what I hear from other people in the community, is there a desired number of DMs that people tend to play? Because I know people have opinions on, whether you should have 1, 2, or 3 strikers, but I never hear the same conversation for DMs.
I currently, as I suggested, there we are. I tend to think that having 1 or 2 in that line is my favourite. In fact, I don't tend to like 4 in that line, but a lot of people do. A lot of people love it.
Yeah.
And and I either prefer 2 wide and 1 in the middle, or 2 central and then play wider midfielders. But that is me, and I am not a person with any sort of success to back anything up there. Moving towards half time. This is me. I would play 4 at the back or whatever on home saves all the time. So I've now started to take to 1 at the back, as I played against you in the AFCON.
Don't bring that up, please.
That first half with no goals, of course. And this first half with 1 goal, and it was the only shot on target there from Nedved. Pelham yet to have a shot. And Tato said he never plays 4 defensive mids in home saves, but is best for Super League. So Dimble suggesting about Savage must have had a better Ned in the game, more apt Ned than Nedved. And Savage said he does regret some of the bigger names that he's picked. Just to let you know, there Ronaldo, unsurprisingly carrying an injury. Krušić is one of the next lowest ones, and he's okay. And Apu, the next one, I see he's got a potential shin injury as well. So that's 3 there. And for Pelham, I think having made that adjustment already, do they go to 60 minutes? We'll find out what they're going to do. Minutes for subs. What do you want to look at? Tell me what you want to look at, or tell me what you've noticed.
Well, I'm showing my inferior Simpsons knowledge here. Who is Milos Krušić in terms
That
of
would be Krusty.
Ah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Probably the best you can get there. I don't think you can get a Herschel in the. I wonder if there is a Herschel. Then again, he's probably checked it, to be honest.
Yeah.
For, Maccabi Haifa. The rest of it is fairly obvious. 59 for subs for Dimple. Okay, we'll take it into that second half, and I'm going to go to Pelham and hopefully try and stop it 1 minute earlier. Just to challenge me. Thank you very much. There we are, 59 for Pelham. Wonderful. 6s and 7s, just Welsh and Elliott on 7s, everyone else on 6s. Elliott himself is not injured, and John Welsh. They were the two that were the best. And John Welsh has a potential head injury. You'd take him off these days, wouldn't you, with that?
I think I'd take him off anyway. I think he's got to go attacking now, surely.
Oh,
Go on,
he's the
Dimble.
one defensive mid and bring on. He doesn't have Roy Cropper on the bench though, does he? Doesn't have
True.
David Nielsen today. It's a big shame. But Jamie Forrester's there with his 4 league goals this season and a wonderful cup match. No subs from Dimble. And for Savage, the sub it was due. It's gone 1 minute later on than planned. That's the paddling. Yeah, what will be happening here? So Ronaldo at 79 now, Apu 84, and Krušić at 84 as well. Dimble said no subs, but he's making a sub. Okay, I'll do it. What? I will do it. Okay. Whilst and the match ratings again show that Nedved's on an 8, and Krušić is on an 8. The attacking players are on 7s, and Jeff Whitley's on a 7 as well. So we'll make that Sprungfeld change. Not the Sprungfeld change, the Pelham change. Okay. So Forrester for Welsh. And sticking at the top. I will do it.
Yes.
There we are. I'll keep the arrow on, but if you want to take it off there, be very quick about it. Carboni for Elenichev. Is there not going to be a... Oh, the gaping head wound. Yeah, we've done the change. That's fine. Carboni and Elenichev. Is Ronaldo staying on? Dimble sacked the physio. Dimble, who also has Curtis Woodhouse back at the club. If anyone hasn't noticed, that Curtis Woodhouse has rejoined the club, which is big news for them at the moment. He did come back in. Savage is done. He leaves Ronaldo on. Ronaldo nearly scores and Elisa Debbie does. It's 2-0. He was man of the match last time these two teams met. And this time round he has the second goal, and he's on target to try and get that again. Barthez involved. He's coming to the last 10 minutes, and I think this has gone Sprungfeldt's way. They will be challenging. They will be joint top of the table, just behind on goal difference, going into the Grove match later on. Full time, 2-0, comfortable. Nedved man of the match this time. And at least Pelham did manage a shot on target, so that was good for them, as well as 11 throw-ins. That's wonderful.
I'll get some stats on the go for throw-ins for the next time I'm on comms.
Everyone loves a good throw-in. Yep.
I had a quiz question for you, Dan. Well, I think it's quite well.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So Sprungfield are one of only 2 teams to have not fallen out of the top 6 this season. Who is the other team?
If I were to guess at that, I would be on Boston.
Amazing.
Boston started off very, very well, and then have fallen a bit, but they're still up there. Grove have done amazingly well to climb up that high.
Yeah, I didn't realise how good of a run Grove were on until I had a look at it this morning.
Flamingo's run was good beforehand.
Yeah, it was.
Someone says it was Red West, the only other team that were in the top 6 all season. 2-0 it is. So obviously Steve isn't here. Where does it lead us to our next fixture, really? The next best one. So we're missing the Flamingo. 7th place have played. 8th, Dangley's versus Boston. It's going to be Dangley's Boston. So we'll go to those and play it. So where are they? Boston. There we are. Boston. For today, they've got Fermani and Montella suspended, and so immediate replacements into the team there. Montevino and Luiso. Everybody else left as it is. And as Smut says, you can't fall out of the top 6 if you've never been in it. But did you said out of the team that were in the top 6 that haven't fallen out? I think. Did you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a fun stat, for all the swampers out there. Yeah,
Good,
I'll see if I've got a few more in the bag later. Maybe we'll see.
I like Bags. Bags are good. And Bag was superb on Pro Evo as well. Great player on Winning 11 United. So yeah, the team for today, as we have a look there, Innocenti and Bonomi to move out wide and stay very far back when the team attacks. I still debate the point of arrows at centre backs or playing out here with an arrow in, and debate are any of them any good at all. So,
Yeah, I was going to ask. So the arrows going sideways. That is when you're in an attacking
so that
position.
yeah,
Is
they
that
are
right?
on the ball ones. The only ones off the ball, the only ones without the ball are backwards arrows. I'd love
Right.
it if you
Okay.
could do a forward and a backwards arrow on a player. It would be perfect. Just be what you needed.
Yeah.
Because that's surely you should be able to do things both ways. But
Yeah.
this,
I
you
I
know,
I'm I am curious though, because like I'm sure Greavesy doesn't do it just for the sake of it. I wonder if there is anything to it, having a centre back move to the right back and left back spot.
yeah, I don't know. I'd like to move them to the wing back positions, like I did with my full back, but my centre back, but it didn't work anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, back to the drawing boards. The pun time championships. It's tonight. Oh, smuts! It's on now. Yeah, it's right here. That's where you're on. You've got live from the National Pun Championships. You can do forwards and backwards arrows at the same time in later iterations. Possibly. I've barely touched them, but if that's true, Mr. Savage, that's always a good thing. So Dangley's the change to the setup today is that they've taken one of the centre mids and moved him to a defensive mid, and Stig Turfting is back into his natural position.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you or people who are watching. I always thought Dangley's were one of the weaker sides in terms of players, but when you look at that side, that's actually quite decent. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Are they, are
yes.
they,
Yeah.
so they're underperforming.
I think they're. I think they're one of the top five.
Mm.
So it's just when you take the first 11 as they are and see who isn't in the team today. Still got Pennant, still got Emre in there as well. So at least if they've got a few. But yeah, I think once you put the other players in, they do weaken a bit
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I think they're on. I think they're on quite a good run as well. They don't seem to concede much these days.
Yeah, I mean the defeat to Fortuna is probably the only really. Oh, they lost to Aussie's Dream.
Mm.
That's a long way away. That's a long way away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got quite a tough few games coming up as well now.
They
Actually.
do. I think they're out of the battle for the top 7, even with the draw for Mega Horse today. Runa Larson refereeing, and are we going to see a winner?
I am going for 0-0. Just to go with the vibe of the night.
Lovely. Let's get this one underway. See how it goes. And there's a goal. Dianiki scores. So the a great 0-0. 1-0 already, and Dianigi is with the goal, keeping Boston up there in the battle for the. I think this is becoming a top 6 after this one, as Mega Horse will now be at least 4 points behind second place. So they will be 4 points behind second place, and possibly getting further and further behind the others. But the game has had a few chances. Still, Lee Hughes has equalised. Look at that, Lee Hughes getting the equaliser and bringing the game into a little bit more interest. But it's gone quiet again, and it's half time. So first half, you look at the ratings and you think Dangley's probably edged that.
Yeah, definitely. What do the match stats say?
They do reflect it as well.
Yeah.
75% of their tackles won. Are they the Boston players scared of these criminals and bad guys?
From my experience with looking at the stats of the Super League, I always find that the higher the tackle percentage, as you'd expect, is the more likely going to win. But I think once you get over, I think it's around 78%, your chances of winning skyrocket. So it'd be interesting to see if the bad boys can keep up the tackle percentage.
I need to get better tacklers in. Better tacklers. My favourite one at the moment is Jesper Olsen from Nastved in the Danish league. He's regularly putting in 13 or 14 successful tackles a game, with most of them key, because he's the only player in defence. So it's interesting just to see that happening. But the games where he doesn't put in many tackles are the games that we tend to lose.
Right. Okay. Is centre back the best position to put for tackling, or is it DMC? If you,
He
yeah.
certainly has been brilliant in that position, whereas my defensive mid is running to striker, so I can't really
Okay.
can't really talk about that too much. It's 1-1 at half time. Neither manager's here, and I'm going to play to 60 minutes. Check them, and if they're above 75%, all the players will remain on the pitch. So it's the easiest way to do things here. We had a yellow card
Yeah.
for that guy that we don't talk about, and then we're a few minutes further into the game. Mutu's put one just over the bar. You'd expect a Mutu goal today. Oh, a miss there. And Luiso has scored again. So he didn't. No, he's not scored again. He scored his first because it wasn't him that scored the opening goal, was it? They're fine. They'll continue. And Boston are also fine. So we will continue through to the end of the game. It was Dianigi, not Luiso, scoring. Will there be another goal? We've got a yellow card for Luiso, who's also been booked alongside Cois. And what have we got here? I think not a lot. Not a lot. You know, when you're thinking what's actually going on in the game, it's a lot of the ball being played around in the middle of the pitch and being intercepted and ball going out for a goal kick. Lee Hughes is taking a yellow card, running someone over, down, and a few minutes left in this one. It's going to finish, and it's 3-1 though. First of all, that's Amore, and Cois, with his injury, is just going to be simply replaced by Conticchio. He will be out for the rest of the season. There. And that's the end of that chapter. David Day, man of the match, and yeah, they turned that second half around in terms of being more accurate with their shooting.
Yeah. To be honest, that looked all Boston. I'm surprised that Dangley's got 10 shots off in the end, but yeah, it looked like a deserved victory for Boston.
I would say so, based on the ratings at the end. Angley's it shaded the first half, and despite John Terry's efforts there's just too much going on in terms of the team effort from Boston that's won the day and kept them in that title hunt. So well played, Boston. Badgers Flamingos, is that the next game? It's third versus sixth, is it? Flamingos Fifes has to play late, so that's
Feels like a big game. Badgers Flamingos feels like
game.
Yeah, feels big.
But we've got what have we got? We've got Blues Gondor. We'll play your game now. Let's play that one because we'll go get it in, and then we'll
get it out the way.
That's it. But this is a team that everyone loves. This is the team where everyone feels like it's their second team. And what a lovely setup you've gone for today.
Yes, I know. It's I try to do a new formation every game, and if I have time, I'll test it. I'll test a new formation until I win, and then I'll just go with that one. But unfortunately, I couldn't get a win at all against the Blues, so I settled for a 1-0 loss. It's the best I could get, so I think I need a little bit of luck tonight.
A little bit of luck. DJ Luck and MC Neat. Steve's listening in the car. I think in car got now. I used to hear Swan. He's got a human voice.
I'm always curious. Do I sound Welsh?
You do sound Welsh, but yeah, we can understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do sound like of Welsh origin.
Yeah.
Okay. Welshness.
Not too strong.
Oh no.
The hope.
No, it's
no. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a much less annoying voice than mine as well. So it's all good. My favourite player, my favourite player in this squad is Diop. He's been brilliant.
Yeah, he's. I'd never had him until you recommended.
Well, neither had I. I'd always seen him in games and thought, let's get him, but he's worth about 700,000 or something at the beginning, maybe even less. Okay. 70,000, and you bid 4 million and can't get him.
Yeah, I think after what you did to me with him, in AFCON, a part of me feels like I don't want to play him anymore. But he's too valuable.
Savage. Do I sound Welsh? Come on, Swemp. Thought Donny put
No,
Tom Jones.
I, I, the reason why I ask is I work on quite an international team in work, and they all tell me that I don't sound Welsh. But maybe that's because I'm in the midst of a lot of Welsh people. I don't know.
It's mild
Yeah,
Welsh.
yeah.
I'll be going to Wales in the summer, somewhere near Tenby again. Yeah,
Oh, nice,
bit of Saundersfoot, very nice place.
lovely.
Great place to go. It's not unusual, Mike. Oh, lovely. Blues
Yeah.
unchanged from last time out. They drew 2-2 with Aussie's Dream as we've seen earlier. Last time you played Blues, it was a 2-1 defeat. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Under previous management, I think Mark Anthony with a double and Aragon scoring, but Aragon's unavailable for you today, isn't he?
He is. Yeah, he's been another big player for me.
So with the Blues team under the management of Rocks, they stick with their formation as it is here.
Yeah, I noticed he likes to keep that formation. I was curious whether that was him forgetting to send his team in, or he actually chooses to keep this team.
Yeah, he's keeping it as it is at the moment. He said he didn't put his team in last week and said actually it's gone reasonably well, so I'll keep it as it is.
No, fair enough. He's been doing quite well, I think, recently. I feel like he hasn't had many losses in the last, I don't know,
Yeah,
7, 8 games.
That's out in the bottom 5. It's well, defeats to
That's-
Divisionale and Grove, which not bad defeats to be honest.
No, that's quite a good run for a team that are near the bottom of the table.
Yeah, but then look at the rest of their season. There they're playing all teams in the top 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
Yeah,
Played
true.
5 of the top 6. Yeah, Sprungfeld aside, that's the top 6.
Mm. Is there a theme with this team? Is it like Legends of Championship Manager? I feel like I
was
recognise a lot
lower
of the
league
names.
and freeze, which was the original
Yeah.
one of Mr. Dunning, and then he resigned.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
because I said you're not sending your team in. So are you going to start sending it in, or do I have to change? I sound more Geordie than Dan Hazard. Yeah. And Stu saying about Tenby Brewery. Tenby Brewery's got a nice upstairs in the brewery. Going if it's the right one I'm thinking of. Yeah, sat up there and had a few. I don't know, was that Tenby Brewery? Have I been to Tenby Brewery? I'm trying to think if I have. Yeah, I think I've been to Tenby Brewery, and I think it's got a decent food in it. If I'm thinking of the right place, then it was very good. But I might be thinking of one in Cornwall actually at the same time. Anyway, so Blues Gondor. Are you going to win?
I've got to say yes. I'm going for a 1-0.
1-0. Let's see if it is. Oh, the ball's been playing along. Oh, it was almost 1-0 to Blues. And Mark Kerr has missed the target, so we're just waiting to see if some players can kick in. See, Barron is back in your side today. It's Barron in for Thingamajig, wasn't it? He was the one player recalled.
Yeah. Barron was out, and I think Aragon. Oh god, 1-0 down.
Duffin
Fantastic.
is with the goal. Yeah, Aragon suspended, but Aragon with his stamina that means he lasts about 18 minutes before going off anything. It's nearly half time, and the game's fizzling to nothing, really, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, I think my formation isn't helping. I think we need to change things up.
Well, let's change things up then. It is half time.
So,
With just to let you know there that you had 4 throw-ins, which was good.
good, excellent. Okay, I reckon Gardner, Barron, and Diop. Let's move them all up to AM.
As a 3 or wide,
Yeah.
and like that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you keep your
perfect.
wides, yeah. Johnson there.
Yeah, Johnson there, and let's just chuck arrows into the box as well. Those 3.
The big
Yeah.
guy. There he is. I've definitely
Let's
had
go.
Tenby Glow. Harbour Brewery in Saundersfoot's very good as well. That is a good place.
Did you say you go there regularly, Dan?
It'd be my third time this year. Yeah,
Oh,
so
nice.
third time in 5 years. So it's been a
I
place to
thought
go
you
to.
meant third time this year
Oh, no,
then. He really does love it.
imagine that. There were no subs for Blues. There's no instructions for Rocks to make changes or anything at this point. So I'm just going to go 60. I don't even know what minute you said for your subs, by the way.
We'll go now.
Right,
It's
you go
fine.
now. So it's going to be 60 for them, but there's no one below on fitness, so they will keep as they are. And your team, which have now got three
Oh,
fives,
well, let's get the 3 5s off.
Car coming off.
Uh, who do you think?
I mean,
Schwenk, maybe?
who's the three players to come
Uh,
off? Varkolos, Baron would be a Schwenk, maybe.
yeah,
Matata in this position
yeah.
could be.
Just go
And
for
do you
it.
want Lalatovic at the back?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go for it.
Schwenkio. There we are. And do you want Lalatovic and Hope switching because he's lefty?
Yes, please. One thing I noticed, I didn't realize how well he was performing was Perry has the most tackles per game in the entire league.
Six
Is
and a
he?
half in the league.
I know. Is he renowned for being a good player on the game? I don't
Steve
think
loves
I've
him.
ever had him.
Steve
Oh,
loves
is
him.
it?
Yeah. And you had him. You had him in your Leadersford squad.
Ooh, let's not talk about that then.
Stocking the German stuff at their tap room. Oh well, I'll be in. I'll be in the tap room hopefully this time round. That'd be very nice. We're back into the game. Last half hour on this one. Will there be any changes? Oh, Collins has hit the bar for Blues. Gondor trying to get back into this, and they're not going to now. Surely, Rihalati. It is with the second goal. It's not been a Gondor-like performance. There's no drive.
No, no, the heart's not in this one. I think they're missing the
Aragon.
spirit of Aragon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love Perry. Dan didn't love me enough, didn't I? It's 2-1 for Steve.
Oh,
I know I read that with the different punctuation to what Steve's intending, but if it's not there, I can say what I like. It's an injury though to Johnson. He's going to leave that place blank.
yeah, yeah. Just leave it. It's fine.
And it's killed the game off for you now. And a late chance that it's a thing that Mike Duff scored twice. Well done to Blues.
Yeah, that's fine. Rocks does enough in the community. I'll let him have that one. I'll get him next time. In 3 years' time when you come back, then.
Yeah, I mean, we can't say it's goodbye forever, can we? There he is. There he is. He's turned up last second. Demand all my players to be released. Now he cheers. There, Mike Duff scoring 2. I mean, he's doubled his tally for the season in one. You won a game. You're playing well at the moment. You're playing all right. You might even get yourself up to 9th before long. How would that feel? So the next game, Steve's here, isn't he? But he's,
We think he's in the car.
yeah. Steve, can we play your game next? Because it's insignificant. just to put it mildly. Can we play it now?
One thing, Dan, I didn't take any notes.
Yes, some questions and things. Yeah.
Out the car, walking.
Do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was going to say I didn't take any notes on Duggan's team. One, I didn't know any of the players, and two, I feel like the commitment maybe isn't there. But have they won any games? I wasn't even sure.
They have, yeah. They've won 3.
Jeez. Okay.
So they're 3 victories. Aussie's Dream 2-0 with goals from Yoon, who'd be known as yet, and Nanami. And then who else? Passive aggressive. They also beat Fitting for 2 wins in a row there. You have to go back a little bit further. They beat Boston 2-0.
Crazy.
With goals from Lee and Fan, which was tremendous. And they also beat Pelham 2-0. She and Wu getting the goals there as well. So lovely stuff for them. And they're playing the team without a striker again, and what looks like some kind of face. You just sat there smiling at the lovely team that they've got on the pitch.
It reminded me of the Swan that Savage did for me, and it made me happy.
It's like a pumpkin to me. This is,
He's played this a few times. Yeah, I feel like I saw it.
or is it a cat? It could be an ode to Fifey. I don't know.
Maybe he does love Fifey.
And anyway, so yeah, they've gone for a little bit of changes for today with the missing players. So recalled Lee into defence. That's which one? Lee Imsay, who's in Imsaying, who's into the team because Fanji can push into midfield. They were very short of midfielders. He's coming in that position as well. And Sunji Hai is back in. Steve says they lost one in testing to these. So will he do well today with his side? They are into it with an unchanged lineup from last time.
Yeah, Steve's on a bit of a bad run. I think. I'm sure at some point he was near in the top or maybe making a push, but
It
yeah,
sort of all
one.
centres around that one, doesn't it? Really,
Yeah,
all centres.
yeah.
What's Totoro or whatever the name is from Stu's suggestion that Steve says is it? Oh, Smutzers is an unreal shout, and might be a bit niche for some. It's a bit niche for me. I don't even know what Snorlax is either, so so it's all a bit niche for me. I mean, if he's
I think it is Snorlax. I think I'm sure it's a Pokemon.
oh, is
I feel
it?
like I
Oh,
remember.
that
I
sounds
think so.
right.
He's like a giant bear or something.
Passive aggressive with the 7-2. Anyway, I like the niche for me is the epitome of niche. Well, it could be if it's films. It doesn't have to be niche for it to be niche for me. Sherko up front has got a mighty 2 goals this season. But the key players for this team, Estai's been decent. I've quite enjoyed watching Estai playing this season, and Zagara has been pretty useful as well, providing plenty of goals.
Yeah. I think it's maybe one of Steve's downfalls this season. I don't think they've had one super powerful striker that most teams have.
No, it's one of those things. But I suppose if you're going for legendary players of a game from 4 seasons before, that the players change, don't they? And they're only good on certain games, unless it's Davy Collins.
Yeah,
Then,
exactly. He has got Andrew Martin though, and we know he can do wonders with that guy.
Andrew Martin, who I didn't realise till yesterday when it was being bandied around a bit that he was so aggressive. He's not passive though, is he?
I don't remember him as a player.
No, I don't.
You know,
I've got no idea who he is at all. Who was I looking at yesterday? I'm quite tempted to try out a save in which I use Simon Park from Southport. I've absolutely no idea who he is, but he seems like the kind of player who might be quite interesting to try something out with. Simon Park, that's Park with an E on the end of Southport. If anyone wants to give it a go with him and let me know if he's any good, then please do. So, yeah, our Division are going to do it, despite the fact they're in their away kit, their Dudley Hill kit.
After Steve said he lost one in his trial matches, I just got a feeling that Red West are going to sneak it.
Ooh, well, with a couple of changes to their lineup, but no strikers, of course. The early start. Oh, Nanami's come so close to scoring the opening goal. Nanami is my favourite player in the team. Maybe Liam Pure slightly. And Fanji bring back memories of 97, 98 for me. Chance for Andrew Martin. He's missed the target. And I mean, Red West are certainly creating chances. So they don't have anybody up front. Zagara coming close to scoring through Estai's pass, and there's only half an hour into this game. We've had plenty of chances. Will there be goals? I'm finding it hard to tell at this point. I've been bad at predicting things tonight. 0-0 it is. Park the bus. He's a striker, Smuts. Will there be a goal? Will there be a goal? Nanami coming close. More chances for Red West. They are certainly taking it to their opponents, and they're having chances before half time. Down the other end, Estai's missed the target, and an interesting first half, definitely. but
Yeah,
can't shoot on target.
it felt like a lot of red. It felt like a lot of red on that screen there.
Yeah, it was very much a red West first half. Um, Terrible. Sorry. There's no injuries for them at the moment. They're doing fine, so they'll probably stick as they are. If Duggan is around and does want to make any changes, though, that's his call. I wouldn't particularly worry about conditions there either. So will Steve continue, or is he going to make some changes? Either manager, just let me know. I think I'm not sure if Duggan's still around though, so we'll check him at 60 minutes if he doesn't say anything, and only change. He's not one for many changes, is he?
No, he's not. I was going to ask Dan. I hear people say Kim Karlstrom is quality on this game, and then other people say he's terrible. Is there an answer to that, Dan?
Um, I think he's one of those players who in previous games and in the .68 versions can be very very good. I think that in this role here as the attacking mid forward without a defensive mid to it as well, he's had better games. Steve doesn't
Okay.
like him. He says he's not a white swan. So
Yeah, whenever you see people, people outside of this community posting online, he always seems to be one of the names that gets put in there with Sigalko and Madeira and the like.
yeah, he's one of those that gets what have we got here? So Arrow on that. I think he's probably one that because he's cheap and you can get him for quite a few teams in the early games, then he's good to have. And
Oh, okay.
it's when you don't kind of when you first get into the game, you see those attributes for a player, and you can get him into Division Two. Then
Yeah, true.
he's definitely very very good to have, like a Bakajolu kind of player. Smuts
Yeah.
thinking, the -1 potential obviously is useful, but a -1 can be somewhere between about 125 and 180 or something like that. So it's not set that he's going to get much better, and it's quite rare that you'll reach the top end of that with that. So it's hard to see. So we've done what's happened there for Steve Prosper on and Shellstrom back to centre mid and Arrows on both attacking mids. Lovely. 60 minutes. Otherwise, Steve, are you making 60-minute changes? Second half has kicked off and more chances for Red West, but they're not really hitting the target with things. Shellstrom's just missed the target as well. More off target. Prosper coming close to an opening goal for Divisionale. And there's got to be a goal at some point. There's so many chances. The Kawaguchi's getting into this game now as making some saves. Fanshi missed the target as well. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. No, you 60 minutes. I assume that's when you want to see your subs because you can't decide when to make your subs randomly. Anyway, so there's no struggles. There's no struggles, and the subs bench isn't particularly strong. Yeah, I think that despite the fact that Wu's there on the bench and is quite good, there's no one to. Duggan was here. Did he not get any subs? He was here, but I mean, in terms of the subs, if he's not here, I can make the changes if you want to do. But but there's nothing to do with them, and I don't think he's still here. So I would say if it was my team, I wouldn't make any changes, and I like a sub. Where are we? Agostino at 84 is the lowest fitness. They're doing okay. Is Steve going to make that other change? We'll see. As is. There we are. Lovely. Well, that's easy, isn't it? Half an hour to go. Will we get an opening on Nanami's missed the target? How many shots must there be in this game? We've got no goals and so many chances. Rihalati with the yellow card to go alongside Andrew Martins, which isn't a surprise now I've seen his attributes in a bit more detail, that he's got the yellow. late chances. There's a lot more yellow text coming in. Well, blue text on yellow background, obviously. Shows some Estai getting involved. Still no goals the last couple of minutes of this one, and play out a 0-0 draw, but actually an entertaining 0-0 draw.
Yeah, it was. That's the best 0-0 I think we've seen this season. Jeez, 10 shots each.
I think this might even overtake the Mega Horse Sprungfelt 0-0 draw, which was very good. But the second half was interesting. I really enjoyed watching that 0-0, and well done to Red West, who join Aussie's dream, level on points at the start of the game. They've both got 0-0 draws against teams that are considerably better.
Yeah, I think I think Duggan's going to be happy with that one. I don't know whether he's got ambitions of climbing off the bottom of the table, but if he does, he's got to be delighted with that.
That's the ambition of climbing off the bottom. Andrew Martin, the real name of ex-WWE wrestler Test.
God, is he
That
dead?
tickles me. Yes, I don't really watch wrestling, but yeah.
I remember him.
An R.I.P. Test. That's but no, obviously we don't speak ill of those who have departed the world on the Swemp Electronics Football Alliance Division 2 show. 0-0. We go to our second last game then, so it's Fortuna and Grove, the top of the table. Fortuna, top of the table, and Fortuna in this one, because Fifey's requested the late game tonight and he's not here yet, so we will play this one. Fortuna last time out beat Badgers 2-0. That's a good result.
Cracking result.
And the team today sees a few changes. As quite a few. There were 4 key players missing last game, I think. So Umit Devala's back in and replaces Jojo. Freda's in for Bunyev-Chevich. Glandauer Hughes has moved back into attacking mid, with Mashanga Jike dropping out as Romeo comes in up front. So yes, it's a decent side. I mean, Hughes is a surprise package, isn't he? That he's making this team now.
Yeah. It's I love the name. Powerful.
Have I pronounced it reasonably well?
Yeah, Glendur.
Glendur. I've heard of Glandau before. You see, when people have said it. So yeah. Glendur.
Yeah.
I'll say it better now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was good. That was perfect then. Fortuna, I think they're my outsiders. I think they got Grove and Sprungfeld next 2 games, and then I think they've got quite a good run in after that. So if they can get maybe 3 or 4 points out of these 2 games, then it could be in their hands.
Fortuna are far too good, says Tato. It's an interesting side, isn't it? Zeriberto's sake, only 5 assists.
That's
good
surprising.
average rating. He's doing well. That recent form is brilliant. He's playing very, very well.
That's a question for you. That how is he getting such a high rating? What's he doing there? Because his tackling's not that high either.
His dribbles at 3.6 a game are quite good.
Right.
I wonder if it's that he's making the runs. He might be making interceptions as well, potentially, or at least key passes could be high. I don't know, because key passes isn't the start, is it? So it's one of those where some more deeper analysis into it might do something. But Fortuna's run, when we look at it, the last time they lost was to his brother. So that's quite nice. I'm making sure I'm on WhatsApp for this game, because that's where his sub requests are going to be. So.
But yeah, no, definitely. I think that run-in, I think it's huge, because I remember looking at Grove and Sprungfeld. I think they've both got four of the big boys in the last 6 games. So
I think all in the last match. That'd be really good for them to play against one massive game. I mean, look for today. Steve Finnan down on 82% isn't starting for Grove, and Darren Anderson's injured, so they've gone for Matthew Taylor and Sean Davis as the 2 changes to their lineup for today.
Is Sean Davis a right winger on the game? I've always felt he's a centre mid.
Well, he is the MRC. So if he's got midfield on his side, then potentially. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think so. He's not having a very good season for Sean Davis standards. And I wasn't a fan of him in real life, to be honest. I wouldn't
Yeah.
go, Sean Davis needs to be in my team. Even at Fulham, I would
Yeah.
probably, bring in someone just to replace Sean Davis. But, it's Legvinsky would be
Hmm.
playing for me instead of him. But
Yeah, he's a good tackler though. I think, and I think Grove of I think they're exceptional at the back. Maybe
they've
I
been
don't.
great this season. And Patrick Berger, I mean,
Yeah, it's a great stat.
Dimbo says
I,
18 for midfield and 20 for right for Sean Davis.
hmm,
That's not bad at all, is it?
that's great.
This might be his new position.
Yeah, can we check the fixtures, Dan? I,
Yeah,
I want to I want to I want to check those clean sheets 'cause I feel like there's been a lot. Yeah, there is. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just a set. Is that the 7 in a row, including a cup match?
Seven.
So 6 league games in a row where they've conceded none. That is
Mm.
extremely good performance there. So that's what 7 wins in a row in the league, and then the defeat, last defeat, also came against Megaros.
Yeah, because the run beforehand is I think they were on quite a poor run beforehand, maybe 6 or 7 games, and then all of a sudden they've just kicked on.
Yeah, and this is what their season is all about now. It's kicking on at the right time. And Tato has suggested that their run has been quite easy. Pella, Divisionale, Gondor, Aussie's Dream, Blues, Red. All right, okay, yeah. And then Sprungfelder was a great result there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Divisionale probably doesn't count in the unless it doesn't count Gondor. I don't know. Is he not counting Gondor? Which one is it? I mean, anyway. But yeah, well done to Grove for recent form. Fortuna are a team that kind of
Yeah.
break the form book against some of these teams. So is it? I mean, I would say a draw, but I'd get it wrong.
I think Grove do it.
You think they
I
do?
think
Well, at the moment they're not.
2-0 Grove.
Tony Whedon refereeing. Let's get into this one. And the early form suggests this game is a thriller. Romeo was caught offside, was the first thing that happened in the game. Good save by Keem. Makes the stop. 20 minutes in, very, very little's happened. The ball coming forward. Hughes with a chance close to scoring for Fortuna. And Nakamura putting it wide as well. The early chances heading the way of the opposition, the away team. And it's just a case of stopping Patrick Berger, surely, today. Kanu with a chance and Keane makes a save again. No one's getting lucky with these 2 goalkeepers at the moment. Good save again as Matthew Taylor with a chance to score. We've got 5 minutes to half time. Still nothing coming in this one. And we're on target for yet another 0-0 draw. And, I mean, Grove look way better than Fortuna despite the early start that Fortuna made.
Yeah, they do. That's quite a powerful defense they've got. Is John Curtis good in this game?
Yeah, I believe so. His rating hasn't shown to be superb, but the fact he's making nearly 4 tackles a game is good on their side. So the early chance of Fortuna had more than they had. I mean, Nakamura had a shot, and Hughes had a shot as well from about 18 yards out. So they definitely did have 2 shots, but only one has gone onto the. I think maybe it was blocks before it reaches the goalkeeper or something. And it doesn't count there. Curtis has made 3 key tackles in the first half.
Yeah, I think even though Fortuna are not playing well, I think Quinton he'll be delighted with a 0-0 here.
I think so,
knowing what he's got to come, I think he'll take a point.
With Freda making 5 tackles, Ejiofor 4, and Ince with 4 as well. Filipescu's done nothing there as well. So yeah, Quinton as he's till 60. He says.
Is Paul Ince good in this game? I've never had him.
He's good, but he declines quickly. His stamina is as high as it's been on any save I've seen. So he's having a decent season. That quite often drops 14, 13 by the end of the season, but he's staying at 15 there. It's quite handy. So Quinton goes for 60 and Stu goes for 61. Or I can see he's typing something. Let's see what he comes up with. Just do mine with Stu if you want 61. There we are. I thought you might say that. So we'll go on to those ones at 61 minutes, or it'll probably go to 65 if it's boring. Will there be anything before these subs? A chance there might be a goal at some point. Going to be 61. There we are. It's a corner. Is that a corner to Grove? Taylor there and Canu on 60s. This is Dario Silva time, isn't it? So just to check in on the right hand side, Sean Davis potential shin injury, and on the left hand side, Matthew Taylor is just a little bit tired.
Is Darren Anderton in the Grove team? I'm sure I've seen his name.
He's injured today.
He's injured.
Otherwise, he would be playing. He's made 10 assists or something this season. I think he's doing a very good job there. So they're missing one of their key players for this one.
Yeah.
Silver for Cole. And God for King Canu. Lovely. Yeah. And over to Fortuna. That Filipescu is playing out of 5, and I'm not surprised by that at the moment. Ince down to 83 is not injured. Romeo on 85 is also not injured. Hughes 83 is not injured. So I think that they're probably fully fit. Zeriberto, yeah, they're fully fit ratings wise. Then is that as it is. As he types out what he's making for his subs at the moment. Dead easy having it, and the WhatsApp things here is making changes. Filipescu off for Georgiadis, who's extremely versatile, playing everywhere on the pitch with 18 or 19 or 20 for every single position. And Hughes off for Koe. We've then got Koe to defensive mid and Ince to centre mid. So it's actually no, hang on. Let's just go back to what that was. That was Koe to defensive mid and Ince to centre mid. I assume that's what it means. So I'm just waiting for confirmation that that's okay. So, which is what arrows on.
Who was who had the love for champ manager first out of you and Quinton?
We got it and played 2-player game on the first day we had it. 90
joint love.
CM2 9697. So this is when we've been. Yeah, it must have been like Christmas, probably not Christmas 96, but maybe early 1997 or something that we'd have had the game, I think. Yeah, it would be early 1997. So there we are with the team. Oh, Ejiofor with a chance, and then Dario Silva with a chance as well. Jordi Alice up to a 7 already, so he's having to do something which some of his teammates weren't doing. Keeman Vesterveld still playing out 8s. We're heading for a third 0-0 draw, but Nakamura disallowed. I thought we had a goal as soon as I said we're going to have a 0-0 draw. And Quinton says you think we got it at Christmas. Maybe we did. I don't think we had a computer then, but maybe we did get it about September or something of 1996. Berger scores again for the winning goal by the look of it. Patrick Berger keeping his team in this commanding position at the top, and cruel blow for Fortuna, but Patrick Berger, 12 league goals in the season, another superb performance from him. Player of the year, I assume at this rate. What a great performance it was from him to take that at the end. Absolute Frank Ribery. 6 empty seats in the ground, and they witness a superb late goal there for Patrick Berger. Wow.
Incredible. Another clean sheet as well.
Yet another clean sheet, you're absolutely right. And well played. Fortuna didn't test them enough. Nakamura's offside goal is obviously it's like Burger King. Gets it a double. Three Burger Kings. His hat-trick, of course, hat-trick Burger. So we go to Flamingos versus Badgers, our final match of the day. And it's been a thrilling day with not many goals, but actually some entertaining games, and then that Mega Horse game, which was awful. It's not a dry eye in the house. Is that a Meatloaf tribute? I assume. I'm sure he did a song called "Not a Dry Eye in the House." Anyway, so Badgers make a tactical change. Landon Donovan is out of centre mid, and it's gone to 3 attacking mids instead, with David Collins in the middle of that. Milevski's in because Fermani is missing, and Leon Pio's on the left hand side for this one, which it's nice to see him getting game for the first time in a little while. There's a few changes, but at the same time, it's still a very, very strong team.
Yeah, very strong. I was looking at the player ratings, and I think other than yourself, I think Tato does the most sort of moving around of players. I think he's got like, I don't know, like more than half his team have got quite good ratings. I don't know if you can you check from the screen?
Yeah, we'll go to stats and have a quick look there. I
think there's like
all those in the 7s right the way till we get to Viali. So I don't even know how many on a page here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Is that 13 on a page, or have I just totally miscalculated? It's 13 on a page. 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 of them on 7 or above.
Yeah, and most of them have played a good chunk of games as well. I like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, 12 appearances for David Priest is that far down, and Priest has been by far the best goalkeeper that this team have got.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Coming from a manager who plays the same 11 every single week, it's impressive.
Quinton just put your point there. That disallowed goal could have opened up the league.
It could have.
Instead, it just keeps that second place battle more and more. Well, Boston, obviously.
Yeah.
This is the last game of the day, Stu. It is the last game. See what happens. Badgers versus Flamingos, the battle of the animals, of course. Last time Flamingos had that 1-1 draw against Gondor, and last time they played each other, Badgers edged it 1-0. Haven't checked every match like this today. ZZ Roberts scoring a 78th minute winner with 22 empty seats in the ground. What were they doing? Why weren't they there? Cambiasso, Inzaghi, both injured. Penza and Kuhl both suspended. 5 matches to go for Penza at the moment, so you wait for a little while. Tato saying, "Come on, you Badgers." Nobody up front for Flamingos. I believe, I'm just checking that I did set up the team correctly. I'm pretty sure he said that there was not much by way of changes. If I've completely made it up, then I'm happy to. Oh no! This is what he's gone to. This is what he's gone to today. It's not change. It's not no changes. This is massively changed.
Yeah, I was going to say this is very different.
Yeah, Jesus Fifey, is he? All right, so it's a miracle worker, right?
I get it as well, though. I think those injuries and suspensions. I think 3 of his top goal scorers are all out. I think he's maybe there's a bit of panic. I know he's on an amazing unbeaten run, but I don't know. Was it 3 draws in a row now?
There have been a few, yeah. 3 league draws, 3 1-all draws in a row. And then you look at their late season run: Grove, Dangley's Mega Horse, Blues, Red West, Sprungfeld. It's an average running after Badgers, so it depends on the result they get today. It's good.
Yeah.
Good night, Stu. Good night. Hope you're okay. And obviously 41 points. You won't get relegated from the Premier League now, so well done.
Yeah, night, Stu. Thanks for coming.
Oh, there is a captain. There is a request of captain. It just he didn't put it in till a few minutes after the other thing. So Barry Ferguson is captain there at that point. So I'll make sure that is done before the game. Are we going to get a winner? Well, Tato wants to know who's running as well. So you talk about the prediction.
I'm going for a Badgers 3-2.
Ooh, goals. Flamingos, Blues, Grove, Dangley's, Red West, Sprungfeld, Aussie Dream. That is very, very similar to the Flamingos running. Is that the same teams? Do they play the same teams as each other after today? Blues, Grove, Dangley's, Red West, Sprungfeld, Aussie's Dream. Oh, one's got Mega Horse. Yeah.
Apart from very similar.
They play 5 of the same 6 teams.
It's a great run in really because you get a shot at the big one or two of the big boys and then hopefully win the
And then
rest.
get the
Then
points. Yeah, love it.
mm,
Peter Ekstrom refereeing, and the game kicks off. Ooh, big final match of the day. It's Carlos Jacks getting the opening goal for Badgers, and this keeps them up there in the battle to try and keep up with Grove. This could end up being a top. If it stays something like this, we might even see teams starting to break into three distinct battles afterwards. But
yeah,
yeah, Milevski with a yellow card. 20 minutes nearly gone in this game. Viali has taken a yellow as well, putting Badgers into a bit of disciplinary tightrope walking, as it is. Rayard has tripped someone over but not taken a card. Fluingo's not really offering much at the moment, but they're still giving it a go. 5 minutes to go till half time. David Collins with a chance, and Lee Young Pyo scoring his first goal for Badgers. This is 2-0, and it's almost half time, but it's 2-1. David Johnson scores, and surely that's his first goal of the season in the league. It is, after he plays 10 in the cup and has been dropped for a while. 2-1, and immediately Tato saying that's Kevin Kyle off for Zizi Roberts, who scored the winner last time off the bench that they played each other. So will something come from that one? Your 3-2 still on?
yes, yeah. I'm surprised. I regretted saying it straight away because I thought Flamingos probably aren't going to score with all those boys out. But yeah, they're putting up a good fight.
They are indeed. More changes at 60. And we have a look at the team there. And I haven't seen Fifey yet, but at the same time, I don't think, with that late goal just before half time, I think you'd leave it as it was. Just give it another 10
Yeah.
seconds just in case he is here. He said he'd be trying to get here before he could get here.
What's the idea with having no strikers? I've seen a couple of people doing it now. What is the benefit? Is it purely defensive?
I don't have a clue.
You know? Dan, I expect you to have all the answers, mate.
I genuinely don't know. I think it's one of those where, like, are they trying to defend, but could do with, strikers appearing. Well, they don't have any decent strikers, but they do have decent strikers. So I mean, Liberopoulos is a decent striker. He can do a job. He has been doing a job in the league. Stephen McVie, not really sure, to be honest. He's one of those players. He's very, very good in lower divisions, but you can't afford him in lower divisions. And
Yeah.
Etu could play up front. David Johnson is a striker, and Imran Chibale is, he's one that he could play in that role. But that's what attacking mids do behind strikers. Fifey's got his plans, and fair enough. Maybe it'll work. Tato
Yeah.
there saying you are delightful on Corcom, Swanee. That means
Oh,
they want you to do another one before the end of the season.
I will. For
Yeah.
potato, I will.
We should get one with them. If we did it through a Google Meet, we might be able to get two commentators on for one round as well. That'd be fun.
I was gonna say the last one you should try and get as many as possible, Dan, if there's a way.
I will do my best. I think that next week, I'm not entirely sure there will be a Monday match. I don't know how to move it to Tuesday. I can't move it to Tuesday because of AFCON. So it might be that we let Division 1 catch up next week. I will do my best. I'm coming back from should be in Glasgow next weekend. So might be back, but I'm not entirely sure. Spud. Soud. Love a good Soud. He's a good player, Soud. Anyway, into the second half. I'm going to go to 60 minutes and see what happens here. Collins with a horrible miss. Richard Wright's on a 5, by the way. A good idea for the last one. It's 2-2, and it was a goal for Invincibile. He gets the goal. Flamingos. I will stop it there for Badgers to have a look. It's 2-2. The 3-2 is definitely still on, but Flamingos in the ascendancy. I'd love to do a last show where everyone's on. It would be great.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's emotional. It's emotional there already. Hersey 86, Jackson Rayad 86. Tato's going to be making a couple of changes here. I can see him making 2 more.
Yeah. What a great game to put on last time. Well done.
Yeah, I think we did, thanks to Fifey.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't even make it.
Yeah, can I play last? I just have a feeling my game will be good. That's what he meant. Last time round, I think he arrived at about 88 minutes into his team's game, didn't he? And
Yeah, I
just
think you're
saw the
right.
very end. So
Yeah, maybe that's all he needs.
he just needs a quick glance at the end. Um, Nobody struggled the game. The team they've made their way back level. Nobody's struggling. Barry Ferguson
No.
on 6. He would never take Barry Ferguson off. I think they should be left as they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Collins off for Jason Donovan. Speaking of which, do you see Neighbours might be cancelled?
Why?
Because it says leave Collins. Hang on, leave Collins. Hang on, what? Collins? What? Hers? What? Oh right, okay, there we are. Hersey off for Harrisovich. I will go through the little Neighbours little story. But, Hersey off for Harrisovich. 3 up top.
I think this is exactly what the boys want to hear. A neighbour's story in the middle of this tense 2-all match.
So is this is Harrisovich, Roberts, Donovan up top, and Collins at attacking mid. So this is actually Jacques going off then. That's right, isn't it? It must be. If Collins is staying on.
He hasn't said Jax.
He hasn't said him, but I don't know where he'd be if he was still on the
Yeah.
pitch. Yeah.
You were right.
Jackson Donovan. There we are. So the story with Neighbours is that Neighbours is much more popular in the UK than it is in Australia. So with Channel 5 saying that they will be pulling out of having Neighbours on TV, then if no one buys Neighbours in the UK for the rights to it, then they probably have to cancel it in Australia.
Well,
Yeah.
I did not know that. I just presumed it was huge down under.
It's not apparently. So then 1 million viewers they get in the UK is enough to keep it going. Describe Bouncer's dream, but as George and Rainbow. Yeah, I don't remember Bouncer's dream very much, Mrs. Mangle, but I think it might have been nice, Jeffrey. Swemp, can Swemp do that? Can they host it on the Swemp channel? Dimble and Savage are onto
It's a
something.
great show. Yeah, it's a great show.
Both of them. This is where Swemp goes off and every week at 8:30. Oh, crossbar's been hit there. I think it was Lando Donovan. But every Monday night, it's his goal for Lando Donovan. What a substitution he's been. It's 3-2 to Badgers, which is exactly what you said it was going to be, and I couldn't imagine that for a second. Yeah, replace it 8:30 on a night with it's 4 ZZ Roberts.
Wow.
I'm just going to keep talking about Neighbours, and eventually there'll be more and more goals. And Donovan's gone off injured, so let's just straighten him up for 2, I assume. And if we put him there, then they'll strike. They play in the same position anyway, don't matter. Oop, a run. Should they make a run for the player who's gone off?
That's a good point. I never know. Does that mean that person is still on the pitch?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Ghost. I don't know. Just in case he's still on the pitch, is that what we're going to do?
Tato say give him a run to his own goal.
Give him a run to his own goal. Lovely. If he's still on and plays everyone on side. Oh, and Quinton comes up with a stat, which we'll have a look for at the end of the game. Guest interviews with the stars. Can I interview Joe Mangle? I know he's not on it anymore, but Joe Mangle was good. And Stingray, because he called everyone a shunking hufter. They're great names. So 4-2 it is, and Quinton says, was Donovan one of the Badgers averaging below a 7? And he's got an 8 and gone off. He's on 6.6 in the league. This will take him much, much closer. 7th game with an 8, that might take him to a 7. I'm not going to do the maths very quickly, am I? But yeah. It's about 41, 49, 7, average rating 7. I think that's bang on average rating 7. Yeah.
But did you just work that out
I
there?
think so. I think
Wow.
6.83 times 6 will be 41, roughly. And then add on the 8 makes it 49 for the 7 games. So what will Toadfish Rebecca do now? He'll be on another programme. They're on Coronation Street. You can't get rid of him, can you? 4-2 it is to Badgers. They had 5 shots on target. Richard Wright, an absolute blinder for Badgers there, conceding 4 for Flamingos. Massimo Ambrosini, man of the match. The losing team produces 3-8s. They played well. And Landon
Yeah, they did
Donovan,
play well.
what a cameo for Landon Donovan. 20 minutes, 21 minutes on the pitch. A goal. They've done a great job. Just click continue and look. No. Look at that. We've had some 0-0 draws.
We've got to look now, though, Dan.
Incorrectly
Got to,
added 7. No, no. He got an 8. Donovan got an 8. Quinton. He got an 8. That's 49. And 49 divided by 7 is 7. Yeah, only. Alright, only kidding. There we are. Good. No, I'm not only kidding. You're not kidding at all. You got it wrong. Anyway, to the table. The table Grove, 3 points clear of Sprungfelt and Badgers. And Boston. What the hell has happened now? They're 5th. Mega Horse draw and move up 2 places. Ahead of Fortuna and Flamingos. Weird. We're now in 3 groups, aren't we? Grove, the title winners. Then Sprungfelt, Badgers and Boston just below. And then Mega Horse, Fortuna and Flamingos. 1 point between them. That is going to be an interesting little mini league for the rest of the season. Blues 27, Divisionale 27, still 2 wins away. Dangley's 26, so Blues have gone up to 8th from 10th. Gondor 21, Pelham 14, and Aussie's Dream and Red West just 2 points away. We don't want to see the league table. Give us some Donovan.
You can't leave them hanging now, Dan. You've got to give it to them.
We want to see more London Donovan. Has he made it to 7? Bang on. There we are.
Wow.
Bang on 7. There we are. Lovely stuff. Yeah, great result for Badgers, isn't it? To keep them right in that hunt level there with Sprungfelt. Team of the week, Renson, getting in there for Aussie's Dream. David Day as a sub there for Boston. Landon Donovan in up front with Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony? Did he score? I don't even remember if he scored a goal. But
Yeah, I can't remember.
Blues did well though, didn't they? Look at that. They've got 5 of the first 11 in the team there, and well played to them. Mike Duff with his 2 goals gets on the right wing. Kieran Dye at right back. Everything confusing. Top things there. Mutu, very clear top player in the top average ratings. Nearly 3/10 of a rating better than anyone else with Montella and Andy Cole and Smirteen there as well. Renson up to 8th. Mark Tyler in 9th for Divisionale. Then Patrick Berger 12 goals, just ahead of Mutu and Romeo with Collins and Nedved joint on 9. In the assists, Darren Anderson still keeps it with Rayard and Hoare just behind. And yellow cards, Scally 9. 9 yellow cards. Is he banned again? Yeah, of course he is. And Michael Appleton, is he banned again? No, he's not. That's disappointing. No red cards today, were there? Or was there one? One red card, Zhang. He's got his 2nd of the season.
Yeah.
There he is, up on 2 for that. And these are the bits you like as well down below. These are the pass completion. Filipescu, Ejiofor, Chihon, Kostajic, Hope, the top players there. And then just below that, tackles per game. Chris Perry still confidently top of the list. Zeroberto top on the dribbles. That's why he's up there on average rating. And Liberopoulos with shots on target right there on 92%. I am going to have to depart now, I am afraid. But thank you very much to Mr. Swan for tonight. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks. I really enjoyed it. Was a little nervous by the end, but at the start, but and I'm really nervous at the end now because I'm scared of how terrible I am at this game. But no, that was really enjoyable. Thanks for staying on, lads.
And just a quick note there, the Mega Horse Danglies game will be played the day later because of the European games. There are the fixtures, some huge ones including Fortuna Sprungfeld, Flamingos, Grove, Badgers Blues, and Boston Red West. And lots of love there for you, Swan. Thank you very much to everyone, and good night.
Good night, lads.